Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back. Still working on my Royales. Last time was pretty tough. Felt like I was getting closer, but just every time I couldn't get the confidence in getting my boot all the way down onto the backslide plate every time. So this time that was my focus, and I'll show you the beginning here. It's kind of the same thing. Every time I'd come up and I would jump on, and like I just couldn't get that confidence of getting my boot down, and just kind of gradually try to do it a little more, a little more, a little more. And I'll show you that at the beginning. Pretty much looks like last time, but just kind of slowly trying to get my boot down. Let's scratch it up. Here we go.
All set. Woo. All set. All set. Woo. Yeah.
So as you can see, most times it looked like a front side. Every once in a while was getting close, but so my process was every time I wouldn't get it, I'd come and stall it on the pipe or on the rail. Just jump on, bang, jump on, bang, and then my thought was roll up and do the exact same thing, bang. And so I had that in my head. Most times, as you can see, I couldn't quite do it. So first thing I did to help me was turn the rail around to the other side, and I had a little sticker from my favorite shop, This Is Soul, and I had put it right towards the end, so it was a good visual reference. And people online had told me, keep your back foot wider than your shoulder, because if it's under you, you're gonna slip out. So keep it behind you, behind your back shoulder, I guess. So my thought was roll up, look at where that sticker is, and put my boot right there and put my body to the left of it. Every time. And that way I knew I wouldn't slip out. So I kind of had that in my head. So that, as you can see, I'll show you here, it started to work.
All set. All set.
So that had me getting closer. The final thing that I did that really got me over the edge, where I was finally getting able to get close to doing it, was somebody had also told me this, is when you're rolling up right before you before you jump, is to go ahead and start to turn your foot to an angle. So when you jump, you don't really even have to do much. Because if you're straight up and you jump, then you got to move all the way over here in the air. Whereas if you roll up and you're already halfway there, jump on and just move a little bit, bang, and you're down. So my back foot, as I would come up, I'd kind of turn my back foot a little bit and then jump and then hit. And that was the key for me, basically. Every time I come up, I just think, okay, back foot, go ahead and start, jump, bang, and keep my foot in that position. And so, yeah, I'll let you see. But, yeah, I think those tips really work for me. And there you have it. I finally got Royales. Yes. I've come back a couple times since then, just messing around, and it works. I got it. Basically, now I keep those tips in my head, and I can get it most tries. So I feel good. I went from 0 to like not being even able to stall it, and finally now I can slide them. So I feel great. Glad. So second part of this video is the Back to Blading Community Monthly Challenge. For fundamentals, for beginners, is the Mizu, which I'm pretty comfortable with. And for advanced, it is the Kind Grind, which I've never even tried ever. But I thought, hey, you know, what better time to learn it than now? So I gave it a shot. So I started from 0, so basically came up, got my footing on the rail, just standing there, getting the idea. And so at first I came up and I tried to jump all the way around into like a 180 and land on the other side. And that was just too much. Like, I think I was working too hard on it. And somebody in the Back to Blading Slack told me that it's like you come up, it's like a front side, except you keep your left, for me, my left foot, front side foot as usual, and your other foot just bend it into a top side on the other side. So I tried to keep that in mind, and then just jumped on, stalled it, and I'll let you see that. And then once I had the stalls down, I thought, okay, as usual, just roll up and do the same thing. Okay, so that's as far as I'm come with it. I can jump on, I can lock it, I could slide a little bit, but I'm still coming off on the opposite side. Whereas somebody told me I need to focus on jumping on, sliding it, and coming off the same side, the side from which I jumped. So that's the next goal. Try to clean it up. Once I can get that down pretty well, I'm gonna try it on my my big rail, my metal rail. Well, that reminds me, I haven't made a video about that yet. That'll be next. I got a big, a real metal rail, which I've been slowly learning, but this Royale practice and kind grind practice kind of got in the way. I haven't really pulled it back out to use it yet, but I will. So anyway, that's it. All right, so as you can see, I learned Royales, feeling great about that. And the next thing is to learn the kind grind, which I had never even thought I would come close to doing. I mean, just looking at it just looks way above my level, but once you break it down, once I tried it, it feels pretty good. So still got to the end of the month, so I'm gonna clean it up and try to get a really good clip. My goal is gonna be to get it on the big rail, but I don't know, we'll see. Still a little bit hard to do for me, but okay, that's it. Till next time, peace.